Hey, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Today we're going to be making our bauxite facility because I want to see how the production process works, and I think I found a great spot for it. It's in the northwest corner of the rocky desert. There should be bauxite nodes, raw quartz nodes to make the silica. There should be copper there as well. Only one normal node, so might be some overclocking with that. And we're gonna see how much can we make and how does the production line work. So I'm going to grab some stuff and I'll meet you there. Well, here we are. These are some of the iron nodes. There are normal nodes. There's a quick save again. I already put down a Mark II miner on the copper node that I came across on the way here. But I just have to find the raw quartz. Those are underground, but I haven't found the entrance to that cave yet. So we're going to have to look for that. And where's the bauxite? I think it's up there. It's further than I thought. It's much further than I thought. 1200 and 1300? I thought there was some up there. I'll consult my map. I'll be right back. Well, I've been everywhere.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
And the only thing I could find was this summer sloop. But apparently the bauxite that was here was removed after the update. It should have been up there. I've been up there. There's nothing. There's nothing down there, there's no cave here. Don't know where I could find anything. So that means I should reorganize and plan for a new spot. I'll let you know what the new spot is. Okay, I finally found some bauxite, but it's heavily guarded, of course, with the giant spinners. The green one. Right there. Is it stuck? I hope so. And there's a red one right there. Let's hide behind this node. So, those are dead. I don't know if that was all. One normal bauxite node and one pure bauxite node. So that's great. There's another one. An impure bauxite node. So let's just call it 3 pure bauxite nodes because we got a normal, a pure, and impure. So with a Mark III miner, that's 240 average on 3, so that's 720 bauxite a minute. Not enough of too much to put on one new belt, but let's see what we can do with this, and if there's any other materials nearby we can use. But I'm happy at least that this was salvageable, because the entire swamp area has been remodeled to the more defenses. But it's not gonna go to come up here. So we've got 3 normal bauxite nodes. And let's see if we can get some quartz nearby. Fingers crossed. Doesn't seem like it. 800 meters away. And I think I already marked it with 3 quartz ore. And do we have copper nearby? Also a no. Well, Oh yeah, 175 meters this way. Probably guarded as well, as usual. Oh, there's a crash site here as well. Where did you go? There you are. So, what's this? Copper, normal. So that means that we can make some aluminum ingots and ship those to the quartz. That's already some use. So let's just set it up and I'll show you what I've got. And we're back. It's been a while, even a couple days, and I'll show you what building I did. So I made these 3 miners for a pure, a normal and an impure node. Together that's 420 on without overclocking. That's capable to be on one Mark IV belt, but I want to be able to overclock these and put Mark III miners down in the future, so I made 2 belts for that, so I can upgrade even the belt and all still would be fine. I also grabbed the copper that's from over there, it's around the corner here somewhere, there it is. So that's a normal node. I did overclock that because I didn't want to run back to it to see that I'm short of copper and go back to it and overclock it. So I'll show you where I grabbed it and what we did with these. I really hate these pink bushes because for some reason you can't drive through them. Probably the devs forgot to add that to some sort of list, or because they totally look like bushes that the car would be able to brake, but you constantly are stuck on them. So all of these items are going up to the 3 quartz nodes that we had. Again, these bushes. Okay, that was just bad driving by me. Also, we have sulfur that was around the corner there. Also added it to this line. And this line, we go up. Sorry for the glitching through the belts. And it's going up. I don't know what we got stuck on that guy. Sometimes you get stuck on invisible rocks. Oh, that's a poison plant. Fortunately, we are fast enough to avoid those. It's all going up here. It's going through that cave, but that's a bit narrow for the car, so we'll just drive around for a second. These power poles are also going up the same way. All belts are coming up here. I did put enough room to drive underneath all of the belts at all time. What we also did was grab a lot of oil that's around 800 meters away in the desert area. Can we see the belt? Yes, we can see the belt. It's around there, in between those high rocks. There are 2 impure nodes and 2 normal nodes. So if you overclock them on a Mark II miner, you get, and you combine an impure and a normal one, you get exactly 450 on one node. So, well, that's great. As you can see, I'm completely using one, and the other one isn't completely used just yet. And we have made our bauxite factory here, or rather aluminum factory. We're using 2 of the 3 quartz nodes. And I made a pole here so that we can watch it from above. That's always better to get a little bit of an overview. So, there's a crash site in the middle. It's in the way, but I didn't want to completely make the foundations go over it, so I just left it as a centerpiece of some sort. So we've got 2 quartz miners. They are making silica. I'll show you the emblems of the icons of them shortly. Those 2 lines are coming in here. Combined with the silica, we have 4 foundries who make aluminum. Those look quite a lot like the iron ingots, but those are aluminum ingots. I'll see what they look like next to each other. I'm curious what the difference is, but we'll do that in a second. So 4 foundries are enough to let 8 assemblers go. We are making just about enough in that ratio. We need some copper. The copper we made up there are going into those smelteries. Those are a little bit overkill because for the aluminum ingots you only need 3 smelters. But I made 8 when I got in here, and well, I wasn't going to delete them after I already had the capacity to do that. So here we are making aluminum sheets. Those aluminum sheets are going into another assembler together with the oil to make 210 rubber in these 7 oil refineries. There are coming 210 rubber per minute. Each assembler needs 100 rubber per minute, so we are a slight over that. So I'm rather over that than under. So that means that makes the heat sinks with the aluminum sheets. The copper is being redirected because we have overcapacity to these constructors. Those are making wire that goes into the manufacturer, together with sulfur that we also grabbed, together with the aluminum sheets, and a little bit of the oil is being made into plastic that also goes into the assembler, and that makes batteries. So aside from the turbo motors that are a whole nother production line, we are making all but one of the new aluminum production line here. Let me just see if I can go down here without falling. That's always difficult. Well, the last part we can jump. As you can see, these are the aluminum ingots. They look quite a lot like the iron ingots, in my opinion. These are the silica. These have been in the game for quite a while, and well, they're not the greatest because from the side you can look half through them. So maybe the devs are going to be making a little bit better of these, because all the other things just look great and these are a little bit mediocre. So I hope they change a little bit of them. As you can see right there, you look kind of through them. The bauxite itself is kind of brownish. And let's go to the aluminum sheets. The aluminum sheets have a very strange writing on them. Here they're moving. On this side they're standing still. Can we see that? From the other side. Right, stop moving please. Right up there you can see it says steel. I think that's kind of weird because, well, it's aluminum, not steel. But okay, who am I? And let's see, what were these? Those were the heat sinks. Let me just drop them on the floor for you. The heat sinks look like these, a little bit altered from the reinforced iron ingots. You could find these with the batteries at crash sites if you were lucky before the update, but also they didn't have an emblem then, so only when you drop them on the ground you can see their true the true form, let's just call it that. And we have made some batteries as well. Let's just drop them on the floor to see. It just looked like a car battery with the plus and the minus, or the minus or the plus and the minus. I don't know which way it is. Which way it is. It doesn't say. No, it doesn't say. But these look kind of cool. As I said, all things are looking great. The graphics on most of this is just great. Only the silicon needs a little bit of a revamp. So that's almost the entire bauxite structure that we're making here. I'm kind of proud of it that we just made something on the go. I'm planning to do a train station here when they come out. They still haven't announced when the train stations will be coming out, but I plan on making all the items that we're making here go to with the train towards my main base, get them to storage, and well, make turbo motors with them at our base, because we got all other needs that we need at the base. I kind of like to make an on-site factory here in this case. Did take some time to see where we could build it, but I really liked it, and well, I hope it helps you as well. On the map, we are not in the northwest corner anymore. We are in the swamp area, or just above the swamp area. The bauxite nodes are here. You can scan for them and they show on the map. Let's show me. Come on. There it is. Those 3 bauxite nodes are right there. The copper node is right here. Quartz is here. And here's some sulfur in this corner. And we've got the oil from around here somewhere. Let's just see where we got those. Come on. Takes so long to scan long distances. Right there. That's the oil node that we used to get here. All other oil nodes up here are going to our base. Way too much mountainous terrain. So this was the easiest and the closest. So as I said, I'm proud of it. Next time we'll be looking towards the new recipes, new alternate recipes. What's in this update for alternate recipes and hard drives, to see if we can get some amazing alternate recipes, because some of the recipes are just extremely tough. Like these, it's a lot. If we can get an alternate recipe that makes more batteries or has different equipment, different requirements, we can just make loads more of some of these. But I think that the basis is just great. As I said, you can have, if you can fill up 4 foundries with bauxite and silica, you can have 8 assemblers for the aluminum sheets. You can then make 2 more assemblers for the heat sinks. Well, you can make more than 2, but it diverts about a third. You need 7 oil refineries making the rubber to meet the requirements of 2 assemblers, and that makes quite some. Let's just see how much it makes. It makes 20 heat sinks a minute, and we are making 15 times 8, that's 120 aluminum sheets, from which 80 are going towards the heat sinks. So we have 40 extra. And in this case our battery uses 15. So we're still storing 25 aluminum sheets per minute. It's not an insanely large factory, but that wasn't the point of today. Today was just to show, to test how the aluminum and bauxite production line works, and how well everything is laid out. The devs are asking for feedback on the production line and how it is, how they want to maybe even change it. So this experimental update, it's using these requirements, but it maybe as soon as it comes out on the main game, it is meeting different requirements. I know these are still round numbers that they need, but as soon as you go to the battery, it's just some crazy numbers. 37.5, 16.875. That's just at 100%. So those are real strange numbers. So and 5.625. It's a little bit of strange numbering, if you ask me, but I don't know. It's doable in the aluminum. So, well, let's see how it is in the nuclear, because I've read that the nuclear just is, well, maybe even twice or 3 times more insane than this. So let's just see. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. If you liked it, don't forget to like or subscribe, and you'll be informed about all other new videos that I'm doing, including the nuclear, including some alternate recipes, and all other nice things about this update that are in the patch note, and some of them that are not in the patch notes. I'll be talking over those next time. Have a good day.